Let's start the news. The continuous felling of shea nut trees in Ghana's Savannah Belt in northern Ghana is negatively affecting livelihoods in some of those areas in the vulnerable communities in that part of the country.
Well, shea butter making, an economic activity that employs a majority of women in the 3 northern regions, is now under threats as a degradation of shea trees persists. Justice Beidou has been to the northern region capital Tamale to find out more and has come through with the following report.
In northern Ghana, shea butter making is big business, not least because it is the biggest employer for women here. I met these women in Wulugu, more than 70 kilometers north of the northern regional capital, Tamale. Many times it's been referred to as the cocoa of northern Ghana. Estimates say more than 1 million women are involved in the production of shea butter for a livelihood. But for years, there's been barely any sustainable investment into this venture. Many women still go through such crude methods like this to produce the butter. But now they face an even daunting challenge. Climate change threatens even the availability of the nuts with which they use to produce the butter. Alice Dawuni has been in this business all her life. Now, for her and the several women involved in this, finding the shea nuts for their work is getting increasingly tough.
These days, we can't even get the nuts to prepare the butter. Now we have to go deep into the villages to find the shea nuts. The trees have all been cut down. The shea tree takes time to mature and produce nuts, but because all of them are being cut for full wood, we don't have the trees to produce the nuts.
Deforestation has now reached alarming levels, especially in Ghana's Savannah Belt. And as the very important shea trees are being brought down, so are the livelihoods of the several thousands of women that depend on the trade. Rabiatu Abubakari works with more than 600 women just outside Tamale to produce shea and buys them off for export.
When you go to Bolga Road, it is more than 10 acres land. They take off all the shea nut tree and planted the mango tree. I saw it with my eyes. And in fact, when this urban care was taking that shea nut firewood, there were more than 10 trips.
Northern Ghana already accounts for some of the country's poorest, with at least 1.3 million of the most vulnerable living in the northern region alone. Any development that threatens already existing economic activity could only worsen the situation. Justice Beidou, Joy News, Tamale.
Now let's talk about another crop, and it's cassava. It's an important staple in Ghana, where 150 kilograms of the crop is consumed, we're told, annually.
However, its potential as an industrial crop is yet to be utilized, especially by local farmers. Agricultural experts say it will take mechanized farming to maximize the benefits of cassava. Our Shanti Regional Correspondent Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin has been speaking with an agric professor at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology about this crop.
Oyalvi Bobobi is at the Department of Agriculture and Biosystems Engineering. He's out with his agric student class on a mechanized farm to have a feel of innovative methods of cassava cultivation. Here, the crop is planted on ridges instead of the usual flat ground.
I have been teaching them in the classroom a subject that is related to mechanization, agricultural mechanization in Ghana. And we have a crop that actually is mechanized on a large scale, is rice, but we don't have one close by. But because of my own research interest in cassava, I've established this field which more or less mimics a mechanized plantation. So having taught them the theory in the class, even I've showed them some video clips and other things from this one, I want to bring them here for them to have a first-hand experience on how this thing that they are hearing or seeing in the classroom actually pertains on the field.
Some of the students shared their thoughts on the method.
Actually, the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages. When Ghana takes cassava as an industrial crop, I believe that the sky is the limit for Ghana. And it's just by talking to them. You see, when we undergo research training, and we undergo how to be an extension agent and how to talk to the farmers. You talk to them in a language they understand.
We're sorry for the break there. And commercial motorcycle operators, locally known to us as Okada, are making a strong case for the legalization of their operations. Again, according to these operators, the incidents of crime seem to have reduced, as most of them are now employed in the business of Okada.
Ex-convict Osman Moro, in an interview with Joy News, explained he has not returned to crime after his release from prison, as he's employed in the Okada business. He contends the ban on Okada may push himself and many other young men back into crime. And he spoke with our colleague, Favor Nuno.
Last week, members of parliament from rural constituencies reacted to concerns raised by other colleagues regarding the operations of Okada riders. According to Mavis in Kansa Boydu, MP for Efija Secure East, the Okada operators were main culprits of indiscipline on our roads. This was met with some objection from colleagues on the floor who made a case for regulation rather than an outright ban. Meanwhile, the Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service are opposed to the legalization of commercial motorbikes. But for some of these operators, the Okada business has removed them from a life of crime, and any attempts to frustrate them may become costly to the state. Osman Noro is an ex-convict who now works as an Okada rider.
I get 4 pickings. If it this work, no, I did it. With a motorbike ride, it be work and pay. The police people there, them to do their work, because that is the cost you go. But mostly of them take bribe from us. Mostly of them. Some you go fish show on your license, your everything, but what he need from you, you make sure you take it from you before you are allowed to go. If they say they go ban Okada, but me I go jail 7 years. I cost jail. I did this 18 December.
He enters jail 7 years. I don't feel law you. But if work no day, my man, what thing you go fit take put our pocket, or what thing you go fit chop? We can't give us money. No.
So for you, this has saved your life. Is that the case?
Yeah. If you know be this work, I go steal. I will do the robbing plan. If you know be this work, there was this work, it be fast. You go get the money fast. You understand me? If this work no come there, like by this time, what go happen for me? I don't know. Either they go kill me or I will kill the work.
I paid a visit to an inner city in Accra, where most of the youth worked as Okada operators. Here is Long Life.
Our elders don't know they think of us. We are bad boys. We know lot. We know how to steal. We know how to rob it. Right now, like this, I can call Samla, buy any phone you get. I'll get that the same thing to stand for anywhere.
You mean the bomb?
You bomb because we know go let me chop. So if I can't say boss, we be connection. If you know say be connection, you go store. They buy like 30 million. But you black man, if I say 4 million, 5 million, you say you go bring that. You go pay. But later we go no say it be like this. It be Africa we buy. Oh, we know say it no good. So we decided to hustle. But our elders know the grass. They should legalize Okada. Our especially our governor, if for legalize Okada for us. See people are legalize homosocial, and you can't legalize Okada for we citizens to work. We are not talking say legalize homosocial for us. We are not dealing about legalize game for us to do. Legalize Okada for us, you say you no go agree. I see the people, see South Africa, see American them things. They legalize everything for us, so that they are citizens with freedom. But we are we don't know why.
Visibly angered by the plans to crack the whip on them, he pointed out other dealings they may be involved in if the MTTD carries out this plan.
So later, we go come later Ghana here. If you be big man, then sorry for yourself. Because we go capture your keys. I mean, we capture your kid, we tell you, say, bring like millions of millions. It you bring her. Because we want chop, our family want to live bigger. And you people alone want to live bigger. We don't go live bigger. Then later, if I know die, you go die, then later me too, I can't live bigger.
The Okada station manager at SEC, Alhassan Watara, who says government should help regulate the business rather than ban it.
We are trying to appeal to our big men. A poor person in the system, if he can only get his 3 times a meal and sleep well, bath small, and go see his small baby and chat, he doesn't care about what government got. No. Even when we are talking about government, they will say, oh, politics.
The debate continues unabated, but for a shadow economy that has created jobs for many while absorbing the likes of Osman crime into gainful employment, it is high time that Parliament debates the matter extensively on the floor of the House and bring a finality to the business of commercial motorcycle operations in Ghana. Reporting for Joy News, Favor Nunu, Accra.
Favor Nunu, the Okada correspondent. Now let's look at this. Foreign Affairs Minister Shirley Ayoko-Botwe says government intends to engage the Trump administration over threats to deport en masse Ghanaians and other nationals illegally or resident in the United States.
In a demonstration that his anti-immigration stance during the campaign was no fluke, Donald Trump issued a controversial executive order in his first few weeks in office that banned persons from 7 mainly Muslim countries and announced plans to deport hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants, a move that threatens some 3,500 Ghanaians. Ghana's Foreign Affairs Minister tells Joy News government plans to intercede on behalf of its nationals. Joseph Akablay has more in this report.
Love Trump's hate. Love Trump's hate. As some Americans and other people around the world are still struggling to come to terms with the election of Donald Trump as the 45th president of the U.S., one issue on the watch list of many is his vigorous plan to tackle immigration issues. With over 3,000 Ghanaians who are being threatened with deportation, U.S. officials say they've abused the terms of their visas. But Foreign Affairs Minister Shirley Ayoko-Botwe says government will do all it can to protect them.
We will engage the American government. Is happening, but I don't see that immediately our nationals are threatened by that order. What is he going to do? What we do as a ministry is to make sure that our citizens are protected. Our citizens, their interests are promoted and protected. It's very important.
The Foreign Affairs Minister, however, added that government is pursuing a vigorous policy to create jobs in an effort to stem the migration tide, and dismissed recent reports she's okayed the deportation of undocumented migrants.
I never ever said that undocumented Ghanaians should be brought back, whether they are in America or Germany. Nothing. When you read the transcript or listen to the audio, nothing of the sort was said. It was just a reaction from questions that had been asked. And I said that this is not a bad place. So please come back, rather than you go and be killed in countries where you're being maltreated, treated in all kinds of ways, unacceptable ways. Come back and let's build the country. That was all I said. The ministry can never, ever, we can never try to reach some agreement with any country to bring back undocumented nationals. Let me also say that our nationals outside the country, their remittances help build this country.
So that's it for the news, but we have a lot more news updates, and we'll have to give you a gist of what the stories are, front back pages of the newspapers, and we will look at myjournline.com and relevant news portals that we can find. And we're always on City FM and the BBC Africa page.
All right, stay with us. That's up next.